Welcome to Leah D TV, where we kiki about reality TV. If you love TV and want to joke and laugh about all the drama you see, hit that subscribe button, baby, and get comfy. Tonight we will be reviewing Life After Lockup, episode Who Knows, season Who Knows. But it's all fun and dandy, and we about to get into it. So we're going to start off with Sean and Sarah, okay? So he's telling her, he just wants her to wait. Don't leave. Please, baby, please don't leave. Don't walk out that door, honey, please. And she's walking down the stairs. She goes outside. He follows her as he should. He putting on clothes because they just smashed because the bozo thought it was such a bright idea to smash, then tell the truth. I never seen no stuff like it. Anyway, Sean says, of course, he's sorry. He didn't expect her to react the way she's reacting. What did you expect? You thought she was going to say, okay, that's fine, and just lay back down? No. You lucky she wasn't me. Because, baby, I would have turned that place upside down. I would have been back in the pen, honey. Sarah's like, look, how did you expect me to react? Like, you just gonna give me some pipe and then be like, oh, yeah, I got 17 kids. No, that's not what we're doing. So she's like, I'm gonna call my mom. He's like, please don't call your mom. And he kind of walked up on her. I was kind of scared for her. I mean, little Sean ain't gonna do nothing. But still, don't be walking up on me. I want to call her. I'm gonna call her. Better back up, child. So Sean says, calm down. We could talk in the house. You know what I'm saying? You go in one room, I go in another room. We could talk about this later. It's cold out here. It's snow. I'm running. I might fall like last time. And let's just talk about it later. So Sarah goes in the house, of course, because she probably don't got a ride. She probably don't got money for an Uber. And Sean brought her there. So I don't know where she was going. But yeah, go back in the house. And the next morning she wakes up to Sean cooking her hot links and eggs. And, she's like, I feel anxious, and I just want to get to the bottom of it. Baby, just go ahead and forgive him because that's what you're going to do anyway. Like, I wouldn't even say it. If you was really mad, you would have left that night. So Sean was afraid to tell Sarah, the truth and whatnot. Anyway, Sarah asks, is there anything else I need to know? He's like, no. That was a lie right there. She said, what about the kids and their mom? Like, what are they like? He wasn't even going to tell you that. She had to pull it out of him. Sean said him and Kelly don't get along at all. That's a damn lie, because that was your best friend before Sarah was talking to you when she was egging your ass. Yeah, that was your best friend. Y'all talk like y'all was sister wives, besties, honey. Ciao, bye. Sean says, don't worry about all that. You should just move in. How we go from what's your baby mom like to let's move in? I have a daughter, but of course, next episode, what's she doing? Moving in. Ciao, bye. Sarah is smart enough in this moment to be like, let's slow down. Let me process what I found out. But ultimately, she's going to give in. I don't know what it is about Sean, because, baby, I don't see it. He ain't even got no money like that, do he? Even if he do, he got 17 kids, so it's getting split 17 ways. Child, I don't see the appeal. Moving on, let's talk about Lacey and Shane. So Shane is in the car with Lacey, and he's like, you know what? I'm still upset about that polygraph test. I know I passed, but I didn't pass with flying colors. So I'm hot. Lacey was looking at him like, passed? Drake, what are you talking about? You didn't pass? You forgot the sleeping with men? You forgot that part, honey. Yeah, wow. You didn't pass, honey. Ciao. That junk was funny. So they're on their way to a therapist and they sit down and Lacey said their sex life is dry. Sure it is. And Lacey pulls out a copy of the polygraph, I guess. And she said, he's on the polygraph. He failed for talking to men that she didn't know about. And she feels like he's been talking to the men even for, not for money, just for fun, I guess. And Lacey says, you've been ignoring all the girls. All you talk to is guys on OnlyFans. And Sean is like, he got to sit up now because now she playing in his face. He like, first of all, I talk to everybody on there. So don't make it seem like I'm seeking out men, all right? Don't play in my face, please. So Sean is like, look, you so smart. You so smart, but you're dumb. I was like, oh, child. He good for calling her dumb or asking her is she dumb. So, all right then. So Lacey says their foundation has been rocky from the start. She shares that Sean doesn't bond with the new baby, little baby Summer. And Lacey told Sean, I wish I didn't have the baby by you. That's mean. That's a mean thing to say, but I'm sure it was in the heat of an argument, but that doesn't make it right. Lacey goes ahead and tells the therapist, I wish I didn't marry him at all. I definitely wish I didn't have a baby with him. And, I'm just not in love with him. I was like, oh, wow, that hurt me, and I ain't even ashamed. I was like, that's painful. So she starts crying, and she's ultimately like, I'm just hurt. I'm hurt by all of this. She says, I didn't expect this to be like this. I thought we was going to run off and be in fairy tales and la la land. And I don't know. Well, you married a 23-year-old who just got out of jail. So I don't know why you thought that. Shane is shocked by, what she said. He's like, I didn't know it was that bad. Damn. Well, it probably ain't. But she quick to run off and say she ain't in love with nobody no more. So there you go. So the therapist tells Shane that when he gets angry, it's kind of scary and it's very intense. But I'm sure she's used to it. I mean, I guess, child. I'm not in the room, but it don't look that intense to me. So the therapist is like, do you guys think you can change? And Shane's like, yeah, I could change for the better. I could be more affectionate, and I could be this, and I could be that. And Lacey's like, heard it all before. She said, no, you're a liar. I've heard this before, this exact same speech, and it hasn't changed. So, she ain't trying to hear it. She asks him, are you in love with me? He says, yeah, I love you. I'm in love with you. She's like, no, you're not in love with me. Oh, my gosh. Well, y'all just get on my nerves now. It's I love you. You who in love with who, child? Y'all just get on my nerves. Just go raise the baby and just, I don't know what to say for them. They moving on. Let's talk about Tia and Nicole, a.k.a. Dante. Tia says that she has surgery coming up and she wants to go ahead and get married this week because she's really nervous and doesn't know how this surgery is going to go. Nicole says, she's kind of traditional when it comes to weddings. She wants diamonds on the walls and crystals on the floor. I was like, has she ever been to a wedding? Diamonds in the wall. Anyway, she get on my damn nerves. She act like she just come from money. It didn't come from nothing, from what I can see. Tia shares that she has 2 tumors on her livers, and if she doesn't get it removed, she could have only about 8 months to live. That's really sad. I feel kind of bad for making fun of her voice, but that's what I'm here for. I'm here for the entertainment. But I do, feel bad for her. Nicole ultimately says, I'll marry you this week. Let's go dress shopping. Let's go. I'm just wondering where they get money for dresses and whatever else they gonna wear. Anyway. We see Dante at his house. His mom comes over with groceries, top ramen and bananas. Probably gonna make some spaghetti or something. Deontay shares that he's going through it right now because Nicole's getting married and he can't get over it. He feels like he was just so in love with her. He just so in love. He just can't even take it. He just so in love. Bye. Nobody cares. Tia is trying on wedding dresses and with her mom, and she's still talking about a boob job. Baby, you're not getting no boob job. No boob job for you. No boob job. No boob job. No for you. No more boob job for you. None. So Derek comes over and he talks to Deontay about Nicole. Derek is being messy because he started getting all loud, talking so that his mama can hear, and shares that Nicole is getting married. And they like, married to who? And he's like, Deontay's like, to the girl. And here go his mama. Stop the bus. Stop the bus. Mom, stop trying to make stop the bus happen. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, okay? Just like fetch. Stop trying to make fetch happen, okay? It's not going to happen. So Deontay said maybe he should go, to this wedding because he feels like Nicole probably wants him to. Deep down in her heart, she just can't express it. Bye. Deontay is annoying as hell, and so is Nicole, and so is everybody. Then Nicole is having a panic attack because, I don't know, maybe trying to undress it. She said her and Tia break up. They get back together. They break up. Well, you the one entertaining her, so I feel no type of ways. You better get a bag and breathe in it and move on, child. Anyway, moving on. Let's talk about Ann and Lisa. So we see them. They hanging from the ceiling, child, doing rock climbing. And Lisa asks Stan, are you talking to other women? And he's like, no, just Tina. She's like, do you know who Jasmine Portela is? He's like, kinda. She's like, I'm Jasmine Portela. Stan looks stupid as I don't know what. She was like, I've been catfishing you. Stan thought they was broke up. Stan was like, well, something happened. I don't remember what happened, but something happened at the house and we got in an argument. And I thought we were broken up, all right? And Lisa's like, well, the argument was I didn't want to put you in the straitjacket that night. And you got mad because you wanted to be bent over and hung from the ceiling. But baby, I wasn't about to do it. And, Stan's like, well, I don't know what you're talking about. But I haven't been talking to anyone, okay? And Stan says, it's okay to date people. It's okay to date somebody 30 minutes after you broke up with someone else. He ain't got time to miss no opportunities. He's 65, okay? It waits on no man. He's got to move on to the next thing. Lisa breaks up with him, and he's like, okay, yeah, that's fine. He ain't care, baby. He on to the next. He's still talking to Tina. Stan agrees and says, I love you, Lisa. Ciao. And she's like, you ain't acting like it. Stan really don't care, okay? Stan says, I ain't worried about it, baby. It's too many fish in the sea. And they want a salt and pepper granddaddy like me. What do you mean, honey? Real granddaddy hot girl man. Okay? So moving on, let's talk about John and Christina. So Christina and John are enjoying married life. And all I seen was this Freddy Krueger mannequin in their living room. But I wasn't surprised. They do weirdo stuff like that. Listen, I don't know if y'all seen it, but I seen it. Christina calls her mom and shares that, her mom has lung cancer and she's going through chemo right now. Now, I felt bad about this as well. It was just a lot of health scares with this episode. A lot of people revealing, what's going on in their personal life. And I've been making fun of these people. But I ain't mean no harm. It's just fun and games. So, Christina's very emotional. She's stressed about her mom, as she should be. And John and Christina go to meet Christina's mom. So her mom actually looks healthier, even though she was going through chemo. The wig was on point. The nails was popping. I was like, oh, even the makeup. I was like, oh, okay then. They sit down and Christina mom's asks John to leave for a minute. And she takes off her wig. She's brave, very strong to even take off her wig on camera. I thought that was dope. I really hope she pulls through. Her mom is funny. I say she sounds like she be smoking nonstop, but she's really a sweet lady. I hope Christina don't have to, worry about her mom too much. I hope she pulls through. So Christina shows support to her mom by saying she's still beautiful, even though she took her wig off, and she's really still was. Baby, the lashes popping, okay? They were popping. So that's all we see from John and Christina this episode. And Christina also expressed that she's kind of sad that her sister hasn't reached out. But her sister, it sounds like she's just a druggie. Like, just trying to do drug addict things, So you can't expect too much from her. I wouldn't, at least. Moving on, let's talk about Puppy and Amber. So Amber is coming home drunk with Puppy in tow. And Amber asks Puppy, do you want to stay and get a little freaky tonight? A little bit. And Amber does the right thing. She's like, no, I'm going to go home to Eric. He will whoop your ass if you try to play with me. So, yeah, I'm about to go home. Puppy goes home to Eric, and she shares that Amber was drunk and acting all gay and whatnot. I was weak, child, not acting gay. So she not gay, Puppy? Puppy is funny. We didn't see much of them, but it was enough of them for me. If you enjoyed the review, go ahead and give me a like. If you're not subscribed yet, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notifications are on so you don't miss any of my reviews. And make sure you comment what you thought of tonight's episode. It was I feel like they had too many couples, but I mean, I guess, child. I feel like they could have showed 3 or 4 couples and we could just zone in on them, but they gotta draw it out. Anyway, yes, it's been a pleasure, and it always is. Until my next review, I'll see you then. Ta-ta.